Hey guys, welcome to the final Sonic Unleashed video. I swear for once, this is probably it. No extra game, no hot dogs. Maybe a mod in the future, but this is it for the base game. We're going to our final continent, the Frame Destroyer itself, Adabat.
I was just waiting for the surprise to happen. Be like, hey guys, after this recording, I recorded the hot dog missions. You want to record that too?
No, we already covered that. That was filler. That was filler. You're lucky I spared you guys about that. And I went on my own. With that said, hot dog mission 2. Will we actually do levels 1 and 2? No, actually I'm good. Those are boring.
God.
All right, I'm not being a member of part of this channel anymore. If we do that.
That's the final nail in the coffin. Not the other weird things we've done in playthroughs. No, just redoing another section.
I'm not sitting and wasting time watching a video about you collecting hot dogs.
And again, that's why we spared you.
That's why we play Kirby Air Ride.
God. Yeah, imagine this channel doing an all challenge board run of the original Air Ride. That would just... Yeah, that would never be actually completed. It'd be a lot of filler.
I still haven't to this day finished that.
Well, the new one did just come out, so you can play it.
To be fair, I've heard that the challenges are way easier to complete in Air Riders compared to the original GameCube title. It respects the player's time more.
That's good.
And we already know that
Thank goodness.
himself said that the online ones, if I could talk, don't count. So you don't even have to do those.
Don't count for like anything progression related.
No, you'll just get like cosmetics. That's pretty much it. So nothing crucial for like unlocking characters or stages, for example.
So what's this stage?
This is Adabat.
So, are you a fan of those lap style courses? Because yeah, we're still doing more of those. Shocker, I know. Although at this point, this is our final one. After this, there's no more lap style courses we'll be doing.
Oh, I saw some frame. I'm seeing frame rate droppage.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
I mean, even the recon version isn't free of not dropping frames, just depending on your hardware. Which, I just gotta give this version credit. I mean, I spoke its praise pretty much this entire series. For good reason. It's a very impressive port made by fans. But the fact that this can run almost any kind of hardware is just very impressive. Playing this game portably on a Steam Deck, it's like, outside of some frame drops here and there, plays at a very locked 60 frames. Having this game in your pocket was something I never anticipated, how terrible it ran in 2008.
It's so weird, like, because before, recently, I don't want to say recently, I'm talking about like 10 plus years ago.
Oh yeah, that's recently.
I only ever played the Wii version. I never played the HD version at all. I didn't even know it existed until like YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was actually a game, like a version of it.
Well, the thing is, like, how I feel on that one is I didn't know that there was a difference between them because I didn't have a PS3 or a 360 until years later, which is after I knew that there was a different version of this game per console. So by the time I figured it out, it didn't really matter at that point because I've seen footage. And that's just kind of how it was back in the day before the internet. You didn't know a game was different if it had the same name on it, like a completely different piece of hardware. Oh, by the way, I just gotta interject real quick. Real dick move putting a Sun Medal and a Moon Medal next to each other in split paths. Why would you do that? That's just a pace breaker.
Thanks, game.
They don't want you going fast.
Yeah, in my Sonic game, you're lucky I still got an S rank. I can't be too bitter about stopping.
S rank. That means stop.
Use the TV to watch a tape. Do we have to rewind it too?
I mean, you have to be kind and rewind.
Sir, this is a Wendy's, not a Blockbuster.
Wait, where did we get a videotape at Wendy's from?
It was... I don't know.
Somebody lose their security footage again?
I was like, that could be like one of those mixed stores where half of it's one store and the other has a different one. Although I don't think I've seen a video rental store mixed with a fast food joint.
It's Dave Thomas's secret formula for his Dave singles.
Oh.
The secret formula is film tape.
That's why the patties are square, to match the VHS tape.
That also explains the stringy cheese, because it's not cheese. It's film reel.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't want to eat that anymore. I'm good.
Or do the ew like Chugga did in the Kingdom Hearts playthrough method.
Ew?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thanks for hiding up there right out of sight, game. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's a worse one later. You thought that one was bad, and then he had to one-up you in the same stage.
God, I think I remember, like, one of the stages I remember most from the Wii version is Adabat Night, because not only for the amazing music score, because literally this is like my favorite song in the whole soundtrack, and that's saying something. I just remember one of the stage is like you had to do platforming around on a giant whirlpool. I don't know. I just love that scenery so much of that level. I know the level is kind of meh, but I really did like it. Just the aesthetic alone.
Oh yeah, I mean, as a set piece, Adabat levels felt like some of the best looking ones from the Wii PS2 game. Gameplay-wise, they're a little mixed, but set piece-wise, yeah, they work really well.
Yeah, I always really liked Adabat Night on the Wii, especially. I mean, I still really like Adabat on HD as well. I love this little stage a lot. I'd have to say Adabat's probably my favorite stage in the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, frame rate issues aside, I think technically this stage looks really good, has a good soundtrack. Design-wise, is pretty solid, and I gotta say, DLC, some of the best one. Like, some of the DLC stages we'll see coming up are pretty good.
Man, there's no nonsense.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'm looking at one stage in particular. We'll get to it in a minute.
I was gonna say no nonsense in Sonic Unleashed. What is this madness?
I don't like how this is a waiting section and the platforms fall in the drink. Not fun.
Wait, can Sonic swim?
In this title, no, he insta-drowns. He can't even just stand in the water. He's afraid to even touch it.
Yeah, he runs across it?
Sonic hates water, man.
Yeah, just never look down when you're running on the water and he's fine. As soon as you look down, it's a whole different argument. So the ending section here is a little bit of a puzzle. Remember the very end of Adabat at one night, where you had to hit certain switches in an order, essentially trying to grow out a plant? You have to do the same here, but the switches are a little bit more spaced out in a way that can trick you up as a player. Because I've had times in this where I hit the wrong one out of sequence, so you just start from the beginning. So I think this handles it a little bit better than Act 1 Night. At the very end, just kind of like, go in a circle, boom, there's your solution. This one's kind of the same, but you have to know the star on that top platform first.
I think I remember this one, yeah. It was weird because I had to redo those platforms a couple times. Or not platforms, the steps a couple times. Switches! That's the word I'm looking for!
Yeah, because everyone misses the very top platform switch. That one's very easy to miss, because if you don't go up there first, then you're going to hit the switches in the enemy section to begin with instead.
I missed it. Luckily for me, there was another stop right underneath it. There's my vinyl.
And here's the most out-of-the-way collectible in this stage. How do you see that? I don't know. That videotape is extremely obscured.
Where did you go?
I thought for a second you got launched into the drink, and then I realized...
I thought you just went off screen.
Yeah, I thought he went off screen too. I thought you got launched into the drink.
I mean, technically I did, because of how the camera focused.
No, I mean, like, in the void off screen.
Yeah, I've had that happen before in stages, though, so you wouldn't be wrong if that ever happens in this game.
He no-clipped into the back rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you find in the back room in this kind of stage is the question. I don't even know if you can clip through this door here, how solid it is, but also there's so many enemies. Good luck trying to even attempt a wall clip here, because you're always going to target an enemy.
I'm sure somebody's figured out a way.
And this is our final section of this stage, too. So once we kill everything, the door opens, and the girl ring's right behind it.
I was trying to remember. Wasn't there a collectible in one of the stages where you had to collect it before you open up the door, otherwise it gets stuck behind one of the hinges of the door?
Yeah, that was Adabat Night 1, because there was a moon medal that was on the other side. So if you open the door, you just couldn't get to it anymore.
I remember one of the collectibles did that.
Yeah, I think you can finagle it with a wall clip, but it's just not worth it. Grab the moon medal before you open the door near the ending. But now with that stage complete, that's it for the extra stages. So in terms of the base game, that was all of them. But we're not done yet, because we still have the DLC to look at in Adabat. And I already mentioned, but the DLC here is not bad. It's actually some of the best set of stages, in my opinion.
So does that mean we have all the... Do we have all the sun and moon medals at this point in this playthrough?
Not even close, no. I have some I need to get from stages. We didn't get them all there. And I haven't done a single side quest on this file. And some of the side quests have sun and moon medals. For some reason.
Yeah, I see. You have 164 sun and 157 moon. There's 200 each in the game.
I have a lot of them, though. Yeah, it's like I have at least 3/4 of each metal type. So we got most of them. Funny enough. Anyways, time for Act 1 too. This is a surprising stage because Act 1-2 in some ways I think is better than Act 1. And I feel on the consoles this kind of felt like an apology letter for how terrible the performance was. Because on original hardware, yeah, there's still frame dips here, don't get me wrong. It's not as bad as original Act 1 was. It's a little more playable. A little. Not by much, but a little.
Man, you're just missing all your jumps today, aren't you?
I mean, it's fine. It's a long stage, so we got chances to make things up.
Yeah, here it'd be like Slideshow City.
Yeah.
In these little segments with the foliage everywhere.
I do think, though, that the thing is in the DLC, they changed out some of the lighting for some of the stages, kind of to clean them up, and also just to fix certain performance issues, so that helps a bit for the original PS3 360 releases.
I was going to say, could the PS3 even run this stage?
Barely. Holy moly.
Yeah, I was going to say barely. I don't know how low it goes on that system, but we already know Xbox is like 9 frames in this section. So I imagine 7 for PS3.
Oh my god.
You
It
played
almost
the
made you
PS3
want to
version,
throw
didn't you,
up.
Matthew?
Huh?
You played the PS3 version.
I did
didn't-
play the PS3 version. It was sickening.
I believe you platinumed that version, didn't you?
Yes, I platinumed that version.
You madman!
I know.
Yeah, he has like one of the rare platinums in this franchise because that nobody goes for.
But that's just because, God, like, going through that area of Adabat on PS3 was just, it was a PowerPoint. I'll tell you that. It was just a flat-out PowerPoint. And I was like, oh, God, that actually bothered my eyes.
Yeah.
I think Lester, on the recomp, didn't you say that you could kind of, like, mimic what the PS3 and 360 did, frame rate-wise?
Oh yeah, because you can adjust the frame rate in the game at any given time, so you can set it to whatever it was from the PS3 360 release in some sections, just to kind of get a feel.
And just see it.
So you like set the game to 15 FPS if you want to really hate yourself. But the camera pulling out like this here, for example, like 2D sections, this is where I feel like some of the performance got a little bit better. Just with some better camera angles. That alone can really help.
And our sparks are back.
I mean, it's a good stage, but it's not our fair share of just we'll put a spike here because haha funny.
Here's our stampers.
It's just way less of spikes here, I feel, compared to all the other Act/2s. Like, legitimately, in some ways, this might be easier than the original Act 1. Like, this is a solid -2 level. And especially for the ending. Like, we're gonna get to it here in a second, but this stage is drastically different for the end.
But did you see the transition where he went inside the temple and
Yeah.
it just seemed like transition? In the PS3 version, that was like at least a good 5-second transition.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, you run on the waterfall? That's pretty neat.
Yeah, you actually play this ending section in reverse. So getting to run the waterfall is such a cool set piece. But then from here, you're on the very top of the mountainside, working your way down. You have to be careful when you're falling, obviously, because this is still the original Act 1 layout, so it's very easy to fall off if you're not careful. Just follow the trail of rings that are making an arrow, because where the rings are pointing, that's the safe zone. And then once you hit the rail here, you're at the end of the stage, because then you spawn the ring up in the section where you launched from to begin with.
Okay,
oh, that's cool.
Like, this ending is very unique, and this is why a lot of fans of Sonic Unleashed consider Act 1-2 Adabat to be one of the best stages in the game. Because it's a very unique take on the level, and not just, here's the same thing, but with a million spikes.
Thank you, game, for giving it something worth it.
Now let's go to the stuff that's kind of eh.
Oh.
We can't have DLC without eh. I don't think this stage is bad, it's just extremely short. Plus, it's a lot of water running, so if you're running out of boost here, that sucks. Plenty of things knock you in the water. Original hardware's crying right now because there's so many graphical effects, so good luck running anything past 20.
God. 15 frames a second on water. Ugh.
I mean, I don't mind water stages if they're done right in a video game.
Yeah, because that's the thing. When you're playing this game on an Xbox Series or the Recomp with a stable frame rate, this is a good stage. On the original hardware, it was not because of that performance problem.
We always joked about how it literally took like 2 console generations for Sonic Unleashed to be caught up, like for machines to catch up to Sonic Unleashed. It was very ambitious at the time.
Yeah.
It really was. Because they went for a lot of style over function when it came to the graphical engine, and it really showed.
Seems like they were trying to make up for a certain game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like, oh, remember that last title we had that looked like something early PS2? Let's actually look like we're on this current generation, huh? Too bad about the frame rate.
Frame rate? What's that?
Okay, you're making me sick now, Lester, while you're drifting like that. Jesus.
I gotta keep my ring energy up because I don't want to fall in the water, so drifting to keep the ring energy.
I get it, but motion sickness isn't worth it.
You would hate watching a speedrun.
I know.
I think he has.
I have seen the speedrun.
Because they're not playing the game correctly.
Go back on that topic, huh?
And speaking of going back on topics, you remember when you said that what would they do if they put like spikes at the end of a goal ring?
Oh no.
Why? No! That's literally what would happen if you're running a Mach 10 into a spike wall. Who did this?
Oh my god.
I shouldn't have said that.
No!
You literally called this, Matt, earlier in one of the DLC stages without even knowing it. Because, if you haven't caught on by now, I'm the only one who's played DLC for this game. So I knew this was coming a mile away.
Oh my god.
God, that ending's terrible.
Nice use of the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog game, by the way.
He's dead. No!
Oh, now he's mad.
Let's wrap up this DLC. Act 1-2 night. Everyone here is a fist sponge, for lack of better terms. They have too much HP. It's Windmill 1-3 all over again. Just not as terrible.
Are we gonna get the health bars from Kingdom Hearts where they're over full, they can't even show?
Well, that was literally the problem with Act 1-3 with the Big Mother at the start. The health bar was too full, and that's why it crashed the game if you did the quick time with too much health intact.
Why are you even bothering fighting him if you could just open the door all this time?
Yeah, pretty much. You don't need to fight it. I prefer to fight the Titan, not just for score, but just to get him out of the way, so I don't get knocked around trying to open the door. But you can skip the fight if you're fast enough.
The bees!
We're back.
Yeah, I wonder if they thought the stage was hard or anything with all the lives everywhere.
Oh, I spy with my little eye another Titan.
By the way, that switch I flipped to get rid of the spikes, you would think, wait, can you just jump over that? Because you can do that in the base stage. So you can just do a jump over the water and be fine. Yeah, for whatever reason, there's an invisible wall here. When you pull the switch and lower the spikes on that specific pole, the invisible wall goes away. You don't even need the pole, but that invisible wall makes you need the pole.
Oh my gosh.
They actually thought of that.
They're like, no, you're gonna play our game the way we want you to play it.
Just for this one level, though.
Just for this one time, though. Too bad for you guys. I already, like, played it wrong this whole entire time. Why do you think I'm max level?
Yeah, to be fair, try to do this stage without having a lot of strength and health.
Oops.
It's not gonna be fun.
Miss! Did I hear a miss?
Yeah, what's with the butter hands there for a second, by the way? I threw the explosive box and it just fell.
It just fell and didn't even explode. It's just like, eh.
I don't feel like it today. Oh!
Ow.
Just got backhanded. This is rude. Got backhanded twice. That's extra rude.
He's not playing your game,
How are
really.
you hitting me with your right hand when I'm on your left side?
Yeah, for real.
You're lucky there's so much unleash meter in this section. Dear God, there's so much. I can get filled up 3 times.
I know I really said this like 5 bazillion times in this playthrough. God, I love the design of Dark Gaia like creatures because the way that they have that texture effect in their skin.
Yeah,
It's so neat.
They're a little bit transparent.
Yeah.
legitimately, after I played the Kingdom Hearts games, I just thought, man, Dark Gaia creatures done it better. Like, this is how I kind of think they could look going into 3.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I haven't played 3, so I don't know if they look any better or not, but that was what I thought back in, like, 2014.
Well, I got news for you. They didn't.
I did like in Kingdom Hearts 1, like if you go to Halloween Town, they have their texture is changed to match that area. Like it's like the shadows have like stitched up skin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the texture is like
Well,
that,
it's like
stuff that.
whenever Sora, Donna, and Goofy changed to match the world, so.
Yeah, because every world had a theme to it.
And you could vividly see it. And you could vividly see it in like the 1.5, 2.5 remix version of the game.
Yeah.
You missed, did you not get over that ledge there, buddy?
That was just weird gravity. Doesn't really matter because we're going to drain the levels of water one more time here, which this is actually optional. There's nothing on the ground floor, but there are plenty of different like ring boxes here, for example. Just get a lot of score. So if you want extra rings, sure.
Man, that freaking drill move. Every time we play this game, like every time we watch you play this game, it's like I just gotta remember, like, just hearing that stupid drill effect is ingrained in my mind. That stupid drill sound effect.
Yeah.
The Werehog does it because I know that's the fastest way you move.
I think there was like when the game came out for the recomp, there was a big ask, can someone just make a mod that just mutes the drill sound? Because everyone used the drill to move fast for Werehog, but nobody likes the high-pitched squeal. Myself included. It is obnoxious.
Well, did they make it?
From at least from what I've seen so far, I haven't found one. So, not yet.
Oh.
But there is a mod to change out the sound when you get hit with your shield to Divine Boom sound, if you wanted that in your life.
That's not what we asked for.
I can just imagine getting hit with a shield and go.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it's a worse sound than the cling you get normally because it's extremely quiet. I used that for my April Fool's special for playing through Sonic Unleashed with a crap ton of mods. Not a single person noticed the Vine Boom sound change because it was extremely quiet.
Oh my god. I just remember Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that was the most memorable part of that mod between Donkey Kong for the Werehog and Sonic Man for the Sonic.
How did that happen? When did DK become part of that? Speaking of drill sound, someone's up there working.
Really want to be careful with that stage because there is a checkpoint here, but it's not until the very end. Imagine doing all this and slipping at the finish line to fall in the water. That's like 3 minutes of your life gone. It's a cool stage, I just think it's a little much in the beginning part, just not having any checkpoints here. I get why, but man, is this section long. I would prefer a checkpoint.
Actually, now thinking about it, going back to Donkey Kong. Why did they put Donkey Kong's model on this? He's obviously would be lanky.
I think it was just because of the meme, because everyone knows he's the first member of the DK crew. Like, he's the most meme one. Even though Lanky is definitely the one we make the most jokes of, not many people know about Lanky Kong, by comparison.
Because doesn't Lanky have the stretchy arms?
Technically, yeah. I just think the proportions probably made more sense for the Donkey Kong 64 Donkey Kong specifically, because Lanky is not really that strong looking, but Donkey Kong is, and it kind of just translates better to the Werehog at that point for the model.
I need to play DK64 at some point.
I thought you were going to say, I need to play this mod.
I mean, not wrong. It's a funny time. And now with that awkward random enemy gone, that's it for the DLC. But you gotta be asking yourself, why is there still another like 5 minutes of gameplay? Because we're done with all the main stages.
Because Lester's gonna spend that time to show you how to install the Unleashed recomp on your computer.
Yeah, right.
Nah, it just turns to random tutorial at the very end of the series. But what if I told you, though, something that's more applicable for the conversation for every version, that there's a little bit of a oopsie again with leaving a whole section of a stage in the retail build. So, Shamar Night Act 1, we had an entire area left over in the final product, which was later used for DLC. The same could be said for Adabat Night here, but it's in one of the side quests. So we are doing one of the side missions here. We have to collect the 2 ghosts in Adabat Night 1. When you collect both ghosts, the mission just ends. So we're not going to get them both. In fact, we're going to be avoiding the ghosts. Because all we're really needing to do is we just need to actually go to a completely different section of the level that you're not supposed to be able to get to. Because, what if I told you there was a second goal ring here? For some reason.
Eh?
Yeah, it makes no sense, huh? I don't understand it either. So normally, when you collect both ghosts, that's when the stage would end. But in this case, let's avoid the ghost and use a wall clip here to go past the final ghost here. Because this is just Adabat Night 1, so we know what's past this wall.
He's just waiting.
There you go.
So you may have saw it for all of 1 frame there, but there was a block to pick up for a statue, which doesn't exist. And this section does work the same as Adabat Night 1, but we can't really get to the other side. So we're going to have to hit the switch, and this is just a faster way to hit the switch. We are on a timer. When this hits 0, then the mission's over. And I barely have enough time to get to the alternate goal ring here. So we need to do a lot of movement fast.
Wait, isn't this the same goal ring as the one in Act 1?
We are going there, but that goal ring is absent. You can already see it past the waterfall. Because that's another thing. You can do this in Adabat Night 1 proper, but the section we're going to is more complete in this side quest for some reason.
Oh, because we never went inside the waterfall. It just spawns here. That's right.
Exactly, it's shut. But the doors open here for some reason during the side quest, so we can go to a whole new area. But to do this, we need to do a lot of wall clipping. Gotta be careful though, because it's very easy to clip through the floor by accident. And if you do that, you're insta-dead.
Almost there.
But just go behind where the goal ring normally would be in Act 1, and you can already tell there's something off with this section, because the door is wide open.
Yeah, you went 90 degrees there for a second.
Welcome back to Adabat Night 3. Yeah, they had plans for this in the base game, because here it is. Fully finished at this point, for the most part. And it's a playable section. Even the switches work to raise and lower the water. There's just no cutscenes attached to them this time.
That's so weird. That's so weird. It's like locked behind this stupid mission.
Yeah, of all things, like, why is it a side mission and not the main act? Because outside of just changing around where some, like, objects are here and there, maybe adding visible walls, they don't really change the core layouts. But this is, like, that one time they do, because this is, I'm gonna assume, from, like, a later build of the stage, not the exact same build of Act 1.
How much time do they actually give you for this side quest?
It's 5 minutes. You really don't need that much. Maybe 2 at most. It's a pretty easy side quest.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, the ghosts seemed like they were kind of just there.
They're like right next to each other.
That's why it feels like this might have been more designed to just get to this goal ring originally, because with how long of a timer they give you in this section, it felt like you were supposed to do more stuff and then platform through a whole extra section to clear a stage, instead of just collecting 2 ghosts, which essentially spawn a goal ring.
Oh dear.
You're barely gonna get this, man.
Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, we just barely get it. You just have enough time to do this by just a few seconds. But when you get to the top, open this door, you'll be treated right when you go around the corner, a goal ring, which this mission is not supposed to have a goal ring. So when you touch it, you complete the stage, right?
You failed!
No, you waste your time. What are you doing? You're a failure.
Man, all that time I wasted.
But on that rage-inducing note, that's going to conclude our time here in Sonic Unleashed. As mentioned, starting this extra and DLC stage run-through, we're not going to be taking a look at any of the side quests in the game, as they're, for the most part, just remixed versions of the stages that we've already played throughout our adventure. So at this point, this is going to conclude our adventures in the world of Sonic Unleashed. Thank you guys for watching this series. It's been a fun one, and hopefully you all enjoyed our time spent here in Sonic Unleashed. But with that said, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.